But I want somebody who's gonna make me better as well as I'm gonna make them better. And if I feel like me looking out for you and telling you something that I'm noticing, it's not to criticize you. None of that.
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know what I want, baby, baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know what I want, baby, baby. Listen, guys, we're back with another review on Ready to Love. It's, that note was slightly off, bruv. It's Little Black Book. Make sure you like, share, subscribe for those who are new. And if you're returnees, baby, you ain't got the minerals, baby. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lead? Again, make sure you like, subscribe. Hey. Woo, Chile. I said, woo, Chile. If you can't handle the heat, better get out of the kitchen, baby. If you can't handle the heat, you better get out the kitchen, baby. We're giving you guys a new review on Ready to Love. Ready to love, ready to love. That's better. Say it with your chest. Alright. We're going to talk to you guys about Mario and Tondy. Woo! I mean, damn. Like, this whole episode, yeah, like, everybody was moving mad in some shape or form. And I'm confused, yeah? And I struggled even to really catch people's body language because there was just so much going on. But let's deal with Mario and Tondy and actually deal with what was going on.
See, I'm getting shot right now. I don't know who shoot me, but I'm getting shot right now.
I'm the squirter.
Tandy says, I'm a squirter. Now, I knew she was talking about the water gun, but as a man, when we hear a woman say she's a squirter, they kind of rub me the wrong way.
Tandy, you're bad. You done messed so many minds up saying you're a squirter.
Again, I'm in the middle of the fence. I don't have one side or other. I totally get where Mario's coming from. But I also get where Tondy's coming from. In the sense of, this is who she is. And you knew that when she had a beef with Nina.
Vibing with her, but that's not my damn fault, girl. Get a grip. Let me say something to you.
Like I
Don't
said,
curse at me.
there's no
Don't
dry
do
snitching
that.
over here. If
Tondy.
you can be bold enough
Tondy.
and open up your mouth and talk to me and say it ain't no dry snitching, I'm gonna talk to you however the I want to talk to you. Tandy, you can't call a black person a snitch and think that there is not going to be some repercussions.
Hit dog holler. Hit dog holler. Whoop the whoop.
No.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Arf. Bitch, don't.
Now, here's the thing I don't get. Tondy was beefing Nina just as much as Nina was beefing Tondy. Now, I get that Nina obviously dropped some comments which were very, very large in that cycle, when they were doing the cycling thing, yeah? I get that. But, in general, Tondy wasn't listening to Mario in the first place, and she just kept on going on at Nina too. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't get where he thought this girl was calm. I don't get where you overlooked that flaw in her when it comes to what you want. Because as far as I'm concerned, this girl represents who you didn't want a wife. Yeah, because he seems similar to the girlfriend you had before. You understand? Now, I see that Tondy obviously has a more softer side too, but is it enough to marry my guy? I don't know if it's enough for that. But cool, let's run with that. So, the initial obviously situation was that obviously Tondy had squirted a gun and said, I'm the squirter, guys. Now, I didn't even think there was something sexual about it until someone said there was something sexual about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think anything was sexual about it until someone said it was sexual. Then I was like, oh. Not because I'm naive to it, but I was like, it didn't sound like she put enough emphasis in it to say that. But cool, let's say she did. Alright, she said that. And I can understand where Mario's thinking, because as guys, and this is what he mentioned when they were talking one to
Real. It's just.
Well, other people not taking it like that.
Okay, I don't care how they take it.
Okay. I gotta deal with Tondy, with her, feeling some type of way, If everything just went from sugar to mess in a matter of seconds. Because when men talk, we talk.
I'm thinking, who the hell are you talking to?
one. As guys, when a girl's doing that kind of loud, lewdish behavior in public, it don't look good on us. Yeah? Your girl's kind of cheap, your girl's kind of a hoe, your girl's kind of loose, your girl's chatting too much chatty-patty, she's very sexual, da-da-da. We get that. We understand that there's a negative impactation when it comes to you and your boys. You understand? Now, so from that point of view, I definitely understand Mario. And he mentioned that also in their talk. But it felt like it was more than just the loud comment. Because it looked like his face had really started changing before she made that lewd comment. Now, but then he said obviously that there were comments that were being made that were sexual. So I don't know if there was something made before that. but it sounded like he was feeling a certain way before she even started squirting the gun. The fact that she was making noise in the first place, it felt like that. So that's why I felt a little bit of a, I don't want to see that. Because that measure of control we don't want to see. But not even just measure of control, rather we should say that if that's what you want, a quiet gal who will always be mine. You say you want to love me, love me, love me. Says she want to hold me, hold me, hold me. Says she want to, you know what I mean? If you want that type of girl, my guy, that ain't the girl. My guy, that ain't the girl. That would have been your Nina, but that ain't your girl. Do you understand? So we can tell straight away that's not the type of girl she is. You knew that. You're not new to this. If you're trying to change that, my friend, it's gonna be kind of long. You understand? So that was interesting for me. And then obviously, and the thing is as well, are you going to take that same energy to Reva? Because I don't doubt that she. And here's my thing. Okay, so she was making sexual comments out loud. But Reva was here wrapping her legs around you, my guy. In public. Screeching. Hella loud. Fake laughing. Hella loud. Making all sorts of noise. Hella loud. What you trying to say?
It just seemed like she just so down to earth and she's cool.
I'll save us.
Oh, you'll save us. No, I would not let you save us.
So then it really becomes about the fact that that Tondy was not making these jokes towards you. No, I get it. That's your ting. Sorry, I should say ting. That's the girl that you're trying to make a ting with, and I kind of get that. But gotta be very, very careful. We don't trip the lines of controlling, manipulative behaviors. You understand? Like, we just gotta be careful. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think it was less about her lewd jokes and the fact that she's just loud in general. I think that is a general consensus for him. I don't think it's just about the sexual jokes. I think it's the fact she's so louder with it as well. And her brashness and her forwardness. You know, I think that's the reason why. So when they obviously then go one-on-one, I respected Mario for pulling her aside. In this way you should do it. Pull her aside. Have a conversation, isolation. You don't tell her off in front of people. You have that conversation. And it's interesting, obviously, because normally when someone's standing up, someone's sitting down, that often, in movies and stuff like that, that represents levels. That represents power struggle, right? But in this situation, in real life, that doesn't always be the case. He's in a position of power. He's in control. He's looking at her. He's making sure he's sturdy. And he's delivering. And the thing about Mario is, communication is a freaking one. He knows how to deliver the message and keep it consistent. Yeah? Man not shouting. Man ain't making screeching. Man ain't trying to raise his voice. Man ain't tripping over his words. He's just going straight for it and saying, listen, look, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, I'm not feeling the way you're acting. I'm not liking it. I just don't think the sexual jokes are appropriate. And there's certain guys out there. And then obviously Tondy said, I don't care about them guys. Now, I can understand Tondy too, because, you know, if you've always been conditioned to tone down yourself. And I'll give you an example. I met someone who was a girl, and she was really, bruv, she's not like sexual jokes or anything, but she's loud, bruv. And I'm loud. So when I met her and she was being loud, I was like, I beg you tone it down. In my head, I was like, I beg you tone it down. But then after a while, I was like, but what am I telling her to turn it down for? That's her. Do you know what I mean? And then I embraced it, and actually I started just being loud myself. And it's like, you see, we have an image of how we want the woman to be, and I understand that, because I personally don't want someone, I don't want to say loud, but I would rather say like, there's someone, I don't know how to explain it, bro, like, and I think that's a cultural thing. Let's be honest, I think that's a cultural thing. You probably have to get out of that. And I think, again, it's about the types of work. You need to compliment, right? Like, it's very hard to have two people who are brash and loud. It's hard because both of them always seem to be, and especially when they're competitive in that nature as well, it becomes a competition rather than compliment each other. You know what I'm saying? And when I say loud, I mean boisterous, out there, energetic, you know, life of the party. When two of them are together like that, sometimes it can become a bit of a competition. And that may be a reason why maybe Mario doesn't like it. I'm not saying that Mario's like loud in competition, but you know how, like, some guys want a girl that's quieter. They don't want that girl to show too much face. You understand? Old school thing vibe. You understand? Old culture vibe, you know what I mean? So that may be part of his thinking. Obviously, they said about Southern guys and the fact that they like their women a bit more quieter and stuff like that. So, I mean, if it was seriously just the sexual jokes that was an issue, and she was making several of them, I totally agree with Mario. Put her aside and say, listen, look, just calm down. Like, sexual jokes are enough. Like, out. Do you know what I mean? I get that. But if it seemed like it was more than that. And for me, that's where I'm like, you have to be careful what line you're treading.
Too many sexual references.
Yes, you are.
Well, this is me. I'm cheeky and tongue-in-cheek. Like, I'm not, meaning that for real.
I understand.
It's just...
Well, other people not taking it like that.
Okay.
And obviously, there was obviously such jokes that were being made, evidently, because she actually admitted it. In the line of conversation, she actually said, you know what, that's just me, and that's what I do, and I'm only joking, I'm just being light-hearted, da-da-da-da. And for me, when she said that, I instantly clocked that this is the behavior that she does, and I believe she also would change this behavior. I believe that she's actually probably tried to change it, but it's, when you got certain behaviors that are so ingrained in us, that people might say to you, like, you probably should change that. It's not a very good trait of yours, but you just haven't got round to changing it because it's painful to change part of you. It is painful. Like, I remember the difficulty of me, yeah. I am a person who drops innuendos and flirts like mad. I'm dropping bars whenever I see you. I see you like that. Girl, you're looking nice. No, your back is looking a bit dangerous because you see that clothing that you're wearing there. You got to be careful still. It's getting man to feel a certain type of way, bruv. Looks like you're wearing boyfriend material over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being cheesy and being mad. Do you know what I mean? But I just dropped bars. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of any right now because I'm usually on the spot type of guy. You understand? You sweet me. You understand? You deep me. So I'm that kind of person, right? But when I got saved. And I had to start changing that behavior because it's like, it's not godly and it's also not promoting actually as well. It's also a very, it's like, it's always a sexual conversation. It's like, yo, bro, like, is that like the jokes, only jokes you can bust? Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, that becomes very hard to change because it's ingrained in my nature to drop those bars as quick as possible. It's part of my flirtation, it's part of my sanguine temperament. It's part of the way that I behave, the life of the party kind of thing, dropping quick. It's hard sometimes to get out of that habit. So I totally understand if Tondy's struggling with that behavior, but trust me, when I wanted to change it, I tried and it's hard. And so I can understand if Tondy's like, I don't want to change it because it's too difficult to change that and just accept me as I am. But there are certain things which we shouldn't accept as you are because there are them. And he said this, he said, you know what, I'm here just looking out for you. And I truly believe that he's looking out for her. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like he said, like for instance, in a group setting amongst guys, when we hear girls say that, bro, we're gonna treat her differently. We're gonna see her differently. A girl talking sexual talk all the time is gonna make certain man feel a certain way, the way they're gonna treat her. So definitely, I do understand that point of view. But again, this leads back to remember I said about, because I said to you, if a guy is doing this, dropping sexual things all the time, what would we be saying? Yeah. When Terror was doing it, what were we saying? Now Terror was a bit much because he was saying it to the people, but I'm just saying, you can see already, it's not that. It's not that. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. Not in this particular function and show and the fact it's a dating show. No. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, I got it.
I'm just about to go sit right in the corner. And just be me.
Coming up.
I think as well, added to that as well, and Tondy, the way she reacted to the situation when she said, I'll just be quiet and just sit in the corner then. And again, it's like, I do get it. She took it as a personal, almost like a personal attack. It's like, you're trying to change me. And like I said, there are things within us we must change. I'm sorry. Like, for instance, one of mine is being on time. I struggle sometimes to be on time, but it must change. I'm sorry. Yeah, it must change. You know what I mean? If I say jokes that are crude and people don't like it, it must change. If they tell me, it must change because it could be offensive. There are certain character things within ourselves we must change. So I do understand that, that comment about I'll sit in the corner and keep quiet then, is like you're basically telling me to keep quiet. And the person feels like their whole character's been assessed, and he actually is not. He's just trying to deal with the initial comment about the initial thing about sexual comments, seemingly. So he's not coming for your whole character. He's just saying that aspect of it, I don't like it. It just needs to change. And do you know what? More grace for Mario for actually bringing it up as well, because oftentimes in relationships we tend to gloss over things until we're really pissed, and then by the time we're really pissed, we literally pull out everything from underneath the carpet that was swept underneath it and bring it to the foreplay. And by then, you're not being constructive. You're not saying it in love. You're saying it out of pain, anger, hurt, and saying it out of a bunch of different things, emotions that actually don't produce the right fruit. Yeah, and so the Bible says the fruits of the Spirit: endurance, patience, love, kindness, gentleness, and you know what I mean, all those kind of things. Yeah, boom.
I can do it.
Again. Now look, Chica, this is how you bring people together. and this is how you leave. So you see that Shima brought them together, okay? And she didn't sit in the middle. What is that telling you? She's not trying to take control of the progression of the conversation. She wants the two people who are actually in conversation to be facing each other. That is how you do it. You sitting in the middle, Chica, made it look like it was about you. Bringing the people together, like you were being a referee. Ashima wasn't trying to be a referee. She was just trying to guide the conversation to where it needed to be. She chipped in when she needed to chip in, and by the time they realised they had made up, she left. That's it. Simple as. Now, it was quite interesting, that conversation. I think it was quite interesting. And we'll come on to that a little bit later on. First, we'll deal with, obviously, this earlier on where she was talking to Ashima and, talking to Divine anyway. And she was mentioning that she felt controlled, and, you know, she admits that, you know, Southern men don't like the girls talking like that. But then she also admitted that, you know what, he's perfect for me, right? And in that moment when she mentions that he's perfect for her, you know, that's, I think, and this is why I said I believe that Tondy is willing to change her behavior. The calmness of Mario is so impressive, because I'm not gonna lie to you, he just kept it cool.
I told you that was okay. Be yourself, but just be mindful. Because when I'm talking with the guys, you know, it's taking.
Goddamn, what these guys are saying.
Baby, chill.
I'm about to go to the bathroom. I'm serious, because I don't really give a what these people are talking about.
Go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna be myself.
I'm not getting it. Don't go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna get into it.
Didn't sweat it. Didn't get angry. Just state this point, right? And then she's mentioning that he's very perfect for her, right? And I feel like that makes her feel insecure. The perfection of him, in a sense of how nice of a guy he is, and maybe how genuine he is. I think that makes her feel insecure. Why do I say that? A lot of times, people who are broken, yeah, and because she mentioned about our past relationships being controlled, people who are broken, yeah, and when I say most of us are broken, so let's not even try to phrase that. Most of us are broken, but a lot, especially women, when they're coming out of relationships with very bad guys, their compass is distorted at the moment. It's still spinning. They're not sure what north or south is, east or west is, and they're confused, right? And then when this nice guy comes in and tries to redirect the compass to north, because they're so used to the thing spinning, they now feel like, hold on a minute, okay, I just got used to it I just got used to my compass spinning around and not really know what's going on. Now I've got somebody trying to take charge of the situation, and he's a nice guy, and it becomes fearful. Am I good enough? That's the impression I got from Tom.
That's wrong. I ain't never trying to control it.
But you made me feel like I was disappointing you, and you made me feel like I was just like,
Well, that ain't how you meant to make her feel, right?
When she said, obviously, he's perfect for me, I got that impression, am I good enough? Because the conversation that she had on the sofa with Mario, when Ashima and that were talking, was so... It was almost like, when she was crying, it's almost like I don't know how to explain it. It was like she was breaking down because of the fact that she knows that, look, it's almost like she wants to change, but she doesn't know how to change. And then it's like pride sets in. It's like, I don't want to change. Do you get me? But by the time that obviously Mario and her were talking, Mario said, listen, is it because, you know, you've had guys in the past, you know, controlling you? She said, yeah, Now, I believe if Mario strikes while the iron is hot and explains it again, which he did, he was trying to say to her, listen, I'm not trying to change your character. You know, I love your honesty, I love your rawness, I love all of this. I'm just trying to refine things. And that's what he said. I'm just trying to refine it. I'm not trying to change you. I'm just trying to refine that bit. And that's what we're called to do in relationships. That's what he said. We're called to refine. And again, that was just to show you guys how a conversation should be had. How a man should address a woman and a woman address a man when it comes to dealing with certain sensitive issues that regard character in a relationship. Now, I know I've got character flaws. So you're going to have to address me in the correct way. Like, Coach, look, I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes, you know what? This aspect of things, I don't really like it this way. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, it's not your whole character. It's just this aspect. Do you know what I mean? Like, boom, boom, boom. Then I can go, do you know what? I may be a little bit frosty at first. Like, what do you mean? But if you're saying it in the right way and delivering it correctly, I'm going to address you correctly. It's when we try to deliver it in the place of trying to force, we get issues. You know, Tondy, I just saw that the baby way. I love the fact that they were very, you see on the sofa, watch how they're very close. Watch how Mario's got his eyes locked on her. His eyes never shift. He's not concentrating on anything that's going on around him. He's focused on her. Now, a lot of guys struggle with this. Why? Because they're not interested in actually dealing with the situation. They don't know how to. The emotional intelligence is zero. So now what you see with Mario doing in emotional intelligence, man makes sure that physical body language is driven towards the girl that he's trying to attain. So his eyes are focused on her, he's trained on her, he's listening to her, and then responding and actually asking appropriate questions as well, right? That elicit a response, and to the point that Tondy then, bows her head down and she's kind of crying. Now she could, I did feel like maybe she was acting a little bit, but I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Give her the benefit of the doubt, and she's got her head down, she's kind of looking a bit sad, and you know what I'm saying, and it's like almost like she feels like she knows that she wants to change the baby, but she doesn't know how to, and it's like this struggle, and it's the fight for acceptance as well, and it's like so many things are just bogging her at that one moment. And when they then eventually make up, it's beautiful because I can see that she feels accepted by Mario. She knows that he weren't trying to kill her. You understand? He understood why she was acting the way she was acting, and from that alone, that is a positive way to deal with relationships, a positive way to deal with people's insecurities, pains, and the way they feel about themselves and how they feel towards you. Great communication. That's how it's supposed to be done. And to the point where at the end as well, look, when she says, "Oh, you want to go out there and play?" and he's like, "No, I don't want to. I want to be here." Do you know what I'm saying? And so you see that and you're like, wow, fantastic. Like, and he doesn't say it and then look as well to make sure. No, he says, no, I don't want to go out. I'm here. You know what I mean? So again, we just see that positive affirmation there from Mario towards obviously Tondy as well.
My love. Let me hear you say it. My love.
I just wanted to hug and kiss all over that man, I'm like, wow, we just went through something.
We all have our little cuteness within a relationship, our little nicknames that we have, and so I love that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a sucker for that. You understand? I'm a bit of a sucker. Any ladies out there, baby, you want to give me a nickname, baby? Just make sure Kimber, girl, you better be careful. So like, I love that. I love seeing that, and I love the fact that when he made her say it as well, say it, my love, and it was like a man like that making a cute ass statement at a time like this. Of course she's gonna be broken, bro. Like he could have just been a man about it, just been testosterone and just But he said, no, say it, my love. And that funny voice they do, my love. And I loved it. I was like, yo, that's the kind of thing you want to see. Like that's when you know that someone genuinely can potentially cares about you. When they're able to go beyond the boundaries of, I'm just a bloke. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I'm just a girl. Do you know what I mean? When they can actually see the connection between you two and actually deliver. Hey, look, do you know we got a thing going here. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then obviously we got the Reva and the Mario situation, because this is quite interesting for me. Now I know that Mario's got to try and obviously make connections elsewhere, so I do get it. But do you know what? It's interesting because I think the guy said it at the end. The girls have shut down. The girls have, and the reason why the girls shut down is because it is just like real life. In the game of dating, women have the power in the beginning. They lose power as the relationship goes on. Yeah. They lose power. It will swing back again, but they lose power because then what females often do is they lock onto target. Men don't often always do that. When they've got options especially, they don't do that.
And so, Alexis, Divine, Alexis. Oh man, it's tough.
They don't lock onto target. They're not, because look, I tell you, in the Bible, Adam, was given all these animals, and he was not, that each animal that came, he gets a name in them, but wasn't, it's like, nah. And God said, not a suitable helper was found, right? God said that about Adam. When Eve is then made out of Adam, what's the first words he says? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I shall call her woman. At that point, he recognized woman. But how did he find woman? When God placed her there. So you have to understand, he didn't even understand. He was naming all these animals. All these men are like this. They come across so many different animals. No offense. All these different animals. And they're looking for that right one. But they don't even know what she looks like. They don't know what she smells like. They don't know what she even feels like. But they know when they see it. You understand? And that's what we encounter. So, with women it's a bit different. When they see someone, they lock on. Yeah? They just lock on. Boom. So now, what you see is obviously Tondy's not going to play around with other guys, but Mario's in the pool. Yeah, he's got to keep his options open apparently. I don't know why, because you've got Tondy there, but he's going to keep his options open. Okay, cool. And I think the reason why is because I think part of her behaviour did alert him. But he probably potentially would have played around anyway. Now, here's the thing. There is getting to know and there's moving mad. I'm sorry, was Mario not moving mad? I'm sorry, if you were making movements with Tondy to allow Reva to get to your space and wrap her legs around your body, bruv, you're moving mad. You're moving mad. You're moving mad. I'm sorry, how is it that Reva's able to wrap her legs around you? How? Now you're in the water to the point where she's kicking and cackling loud, hella loud, trying to let everybody know she's there. We don't need to know you're there, Reva. We don't. Laugh, banter, joke, catch a take, we don't mind. But why are you cackling so loud? It's not necessary. Kick, like that. No. No. Not necessary. You were trying to alert the other females in the vicinity. You're trying to let everybody know what you're doing. You're trying to show everybody else that you're making movements. I don't like that. You understand? Make your movements, be dazzled. Fool. Cool. No one's complaining. You understand? So when I see that obviously her legs are wrapped around him, I'm confused. You know, I'm like, bro, are you sure you should be doing this behavior? If Tondy was doing this, would you be comfortable? You probably wouldn't be. Okay, cool. So then when obviously then he's in the water and he's like, and she's like, why are you smiling? He's like, I smile when I'm happy. I smile when I'm, excited. There's obviously clear flirting going on, right? Not only that, then he obviously then wipes the hair out of her head. Very, very cute moment. But again, it's like, you're almost replicating that you're gonna. This is the type of stuff that goes on with relationship things. It's quite scary, my guy. Do you understand? It's quite scary, my guy. So yeah, bruv. Like I just looked and I was like, okay, so now he's wiping the hair out of her face. She's made a joke about she can't submerge. And I'm just like, bro, you're doing a lot right now. Definitely, obviously, I know that Reva's attracted to Mario. Mario's a very attractive guy. Even Aisha tried it. So Mario's a very attractive guy. And that kind of kills obviously that Mario only goes after light skinned women or whatever because he's flirting with Reva. So you see that obviously Mario is in the pool, and later on we're going to see the episode where she said obviously she was doing everything to get his attention. It's just like, bro, like, why give the devil a foothold? Do you get me? You got to test out your other connections. Why? And this is why the game is always rigged, because the way that men and women play the game is different. We don't play the game the same. Men are fearful of settling with a girl they think they've met just in case they're wrong. Yeah? Just in case they're wrong. And it's because they're in a place of entitlement. They're in a place of privilege. That's why they're able to choose and say, I'm not sure if I choose a woman or not. It's all from a place of entitlement. You understand?
At this point, I got the situation going on with Tandy and Reva.
The ladies like you.
Well, like I said, I'm just trying to.
You're a good guy. You a good looking guy. Good guy. So you doing what you need to do. You being yourself.
That's what I'm doing. I didn't want to hurt Aisha, but I couldn't deal with a third person right now, so her timing was just off.
He said, obviously, you know what, I couldn't deal with Aisha because I've got a Reva and a Tondy situation. When did Reva become a situation? What, a little legs wrapped around your body, you get excited, cuz. You see, that's why the game is rigged, because Divine, Tondy, Ashima, they weren't doing anything else with anybody else. They weren't doing anything with anybody else. They are locked in. Alexis is the only one that's playing the game, if we're going to call it a game, playing the game correctly. Because she's out here not committing to just one person. She's out here enjoying it. And we may look at her and say, she's a bit of a hoe, isn't she? She's a bit of a player. She's a bit of a mover and a shaker. She ain't really that. But this is the game. That's what the guys are doing. Why shouldn't she? You know what I'm saying? And allow herself to make the choice. Why shouldn't she? Why should I complain if she's doing that? Do you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. That's the game. So guys, let us know your thoughts down below. Let us know what your thoughts and what your experiences are, and let us know what you think, man, because I don't know. It was a bit of an odd one, Mario and Tondy. But yeah, let us know your thoughts and we'll go from there as well. Appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. I appreciate you. You're mighty, mighty lean. Woo! Chile.